morning.
Yes.
So if we're having a particularly good day and not feeling like an imposter, but we've got colleagues or advisees or more junior people with whom we work, and we recognize some of these tendencies, do you have recommendations about how we can be an ally and a supporter to bring them out of
those ways? Yeah, I think the best way to do that is just to have a very powerful conversation with them, have a one-to-one conversation with them to really understand what's going on. Like saying, look, I'm noticing these things. I really want to support you, but I'm noticing some things. So let's have a conversation around what's really going on. I notice when we're in meetings, I know that you know this, but you never say anything. Why is that? And then you have to really ask them what I said. You have to ask yourself, what is it that you need to feel comfortable contributing to the conversations at the table? And how can I support you? So it's all the answers are always in the questions. So you got to know the right questions to ask, right? So really getting to understand, okay, I know that you know this. I've seen you do this before. We talked about this before. But every time we get into that meeting, you never say anything. And that's gonna compromise your ability to excel. So what is it that you need in order to contribute more to the conversations? That's just kind of one example. Does that help?
Yes, thank you. Question is, how do we help each other kind of get unhooked, like you said, if you're worried about exposing yourself as an imposter?
Yeah, that is a good one. Thank you for bringing that question up. You really have to figure out who it is that you really trust to have these conversations with. At the end of the day, you have to really figure out who it is that you trust, because sometimes it's not safe to say some things to some people, right, at that time. And so you got to figure out who is your little posse, your circle of people that you trust, and you've all had a powerful conversation, and you've made a commitment that you're going to hold each other accountable. And the way that you're going to do this is that you're going to have you're going to hold nothing back. You're going to bring everything to that conversation in order to get what you need, right? So figure out who those 2 or 3 people are and have a conversation. That's what's often missing. Like we say, oh, I feel like I can trust this person, but you don't actually have that conversation around how you're building that relationship, right? I really want to have a more a powerful relationship with you based upon trust and being able to talk about everything, including our challenges, including our successes. And I would love to be able to bounce things off you, especially when I'm feeling challenged, to get your insight, get your ideas, and make a commitment with one another. But you have to have that conversation. Right, that's a great question. Does that help?